Good evening, everybody. My name is Lydia Meadows, and I am from Columbia, South Carolina. I have my undergrad degree in graphic design and web development, and I am here to get my GIS certificate. So I'm pretty excited about that. The first part of our homework was to create a map in ArcMaps, ArcGIS Maps. And our second part was to do a research-based um, lesson or research-based homework about a another application that supports map making apps. And one of the ones that I did was UMaps. UMaps is an open source, meaning that references and um, information might be a little limited, but still gets things. You can still use an open source to get your items. And it's European based, so information that you'll find on YouTube, like tutorials, you're gonna find it being in a different language. But as you can see, that similar to ArcMaps, ArcGIS maps, you're gonna see that their base maps are very similar, meaning that you have one with the roads on it, you have one that's strictly for cities, you have one for both. You can import different points in it. So what I did is I created one similar to the one that I have for my homework. And before I go ahead and get started with that, I just want you to know that because this is an open source, it's free. All you have to do, if you want, is to create an account. And what I've done is I created an account already, and I just linked it up to my personal email so that I can use the two to compare. So going to a map that I have already created to kind of help me understand UMaps a little more. I created one similar to the art scene in Charlotte. I just went online, I just went to an open source database, and I looked up art scenes, and I found one from Charlotte, so I brought that in. That is considered layer number 1. I can change the name of that in a minute if I wanted to, but if you go to the upload button, import data, you can get it from your computer that you've already downloaded. You can go to a URL. You obviously have to source your information. The formats that it supports are these down here. The one that the Charlotte art scene is extension is GeoJSON, but it does support other extensions as well. Like I said, that is considered layer number 1 in my map. So what is base layer? So if we just kind of go in to change tile layers, that's also known as our base layer. So I can go to an open street, or I can go choose subtoner. So that's similar to the monochromatic one that we had earlier on the ArcGIS maps. It was gray. So the one I did is watercolor. Kind of thought it fit the scene a little, meaning that it's art. So kind of going on a little bit, you are able to draw polylines and polygons. So you are able to create such matter, which is pretty cool. But the most important part is kind of editing your map. So your basic map name, that's what's over here, over onto the left side. I just called it art scene, Charlotte art scene, and a description. Yay, art. Woohoo! So when you do download it, you do have a title and a little description of what your map is going to be about. Going down, you have the interface options. Interface options is what's over on the left side. So something similar would be the search control. All right, search controls over here, plus, minus. Obviously, minus to go down, plus to go up. Minus to zoom out, plus to zoom in. Sorry about that. Okay, you can have it always open. You can have it hidden, meaning that if you hit this arrow down here, the more controls arrow, it will pop up, or you can never have it. So there are options how you want to create your map. Make it so that it's a little easier for how you, the developer, is envisioning this map. All right, so I just kind of pick and choose different ones. The big one right here is the data layer. So if I wanted to have my data layers to always show, I can expand it. That way they can see what kind of layers are on there. Like I said, layer 1, that is my database for the art scene, the Charlotte art scene. Okay. So if I wanted to, I could customize the background. This is also if you're able to find another base map that you like, you can bring it in if you want to. Obviously, make sure you source it, cite it, so you're good. The cool thing about this is that it has limit bounds, meaning that if I want to, I can zoom in a little tighter, make that my current bounds, meaning that if I hit home, then my map will automatically go to my bound box, the limit bounds that I have created earlier. All right. And then credits, you want to make sure you have information about your map to everybody, meaning that you want to cite your own map. Make sure they know that this map is from you. That way they're not stealing information from you. And advanced settings. This is most important when you're trying to upload your map. So you can clone your map, you can empty your map, you can download your map. The cool thing about downloading your map is that if you bring it back as one of the extensions that you want, that you saw earlier, you can actually create this as one layer and then save it, and then open up a whole new map and create another layer and bring this in if you want to get a little more complex. Once again, these are your extensions that you can export your map on. Embed, you can keep that and have that in your social media. You can have it on your website, whatever platform you want to do. All right, that took a little longer than 5 minutes. I'm sorry about that, but if you have any questions, just let me know. I will be more than happy to answer them. And I look forward to learning along with you guys, and I wish you the best of luck for the semester. Thank you.